Hello everyone and welcome back to another video where I'll be serving you some piping hot drag tea. As I've done with some of my other videos, this is a voiceover version of a previous video that appeared on my channel. So just to make it clear, this will be the same content as the video that previously appeared on my channel, which was just text only, but this is the voiceover version instead, because you've all told me you prefer voiceover, and as I've said before, I'm a man of the people and I'm giving you what you want. Please just click that subscribe button, and if you want, ring the bell to get notified for my future videos. Today we'll be talking about 6 shocking secrets from RuPaul's Drag Race that you never knew. So RuPaul's Drag Race has been on our screens since 2009. And in that time, some pretty crazy things have happened, both on the show but also off the show. So let's spill some tea about crazy Drag Race secrets that you never knew. The Lost Episode. Season 6, Episode 10 was called Drag My Wedding. In the episode, the contestants had to put grooms into drag who then got married to their significant others on stage. Joslyn Fox was paired with a pro basketball player who was named Brandon. But what was surprising was Brandon seemed quite uncomfortable and a bit homophobic throughout the show, through some of the comments and the things that he was saying about he was worried what some of the other people on his basketball team would think of him in drag and whether they would question his masculinity, etc. And this led many people to question why Brandon even agreed to appear on Drag Race in the first place. Joslyn Fox once confirmed in an interview that Brandon had apparently been caught cheating on his fiancée and that she had forced him to appear on the show as punishment for his infidelity. So basically, he was forced by his fiancée to appear on Drag Race. The episode was pulled from various streaming services, not all of them, but some, and it has since come back to some streaming services, but the episode was pulled and it was never quite clear why, but there were rumours that Brandon's basketball team got involved and complained to the show, and that's why they removed the episode. Oh, but there's more tea about this story. In the same episode, Joslyn landed in the bottom this week, and she was criticised for the makeup job she did on Brandon because he looked quite, quote, metallic and silver around the eyes. The reason for this, and it's been confirmed by a couple of different queens, is that after Trinity K. Bonet left the week before and was eliminated, the producers removed all dark skin makeup from the workroom because they said they didn't need it anymore, because there were no more POCs in the competition. And this basically means that Joslyn didn't have makeup that would suit Brandon's skin tone because there just wasn't any dark skin makeup left in the workroom because the producers had removed it all. There was also some allegations of shady editing and colour alteration in post-production, which meant that Brandon's makeup looked more silvery than it did in actual real life, and you can kind of see this with a side-by-side comparison of different points in the episode. Shady editing to the max. Max was a contestant on season 7 and placed 9th. Max became known for her grey hair and signature makeup and the spot on her face. She actually did pretty well in the competition until the Snatch Game episode, when she landed in the bottom for her poor performance as Sharon Needles. During the main stage critiques later, Max loosened her corset and said that she was feeling unwell. They then cut to a shot of Max sitting down on the stage with production giving her water, and she was singing a song and laughing, which made it look like Max was doing it for attention. and the judges didn't look very impressed by this. However, Max has since stated that that's not exactly how it happened. Max said that apparently she was feeling unwell, and RuPaul was actually the one that encouraged her to sing to take her mind off it, and the judges even applauded her and laughed when she did her little performance. So Max was apparently quite surprised when she saw the Shady editing and watched the episode because it made her look a bit crazy, but that isn't actually what happened in real life. The lipstick lie. Thorgy Thor appeared on Season 8 and All Stars 3, placing 6th and 10th respectively. It's been said by many people that Thorgy was edited quite poorly on both seasons, but particularly on All Stars 3. But Thorgy spilt some real tea about All Stars 3 when she was doing a YouTube video with Bob the Drag Queen. As we already know, during All Stars 3, the eliminated queens came back to pick the lipsticks of the 2 queens from the final 4 that they wanted to see in the finale. In the YouTube video with Bob the Drag Queen, Thorgy revealed that they originally signed a contract that stated that the queen's lipstick choices wouldn't be shown on camera. But the show did actually reveal which lipsticks the queens picked, which Thorgy was surprised by because it actually went against the terms of the original contract that they signed. As Thorgy would say, ugh, Jesus, gross. The Uber lie. Robbie Turner competed on Season 8 and placed 7th. In 2018, Robbie posted on her social media that she was involved in a fatal car crash and that the driver of the Uber that she was riding in had died in the crash. At first, there was a lot of concern and people were sending her messages of love, but then questions started to arise when local police confirmed that they had not received any reports of any fatal car crashes in the area on the night in question. And then other RuPaul's Drag Race contestants started commenting on the situation on social media, some positively and some negatively. Robbie later then said that the crash didn't actually happen, and she said that her drink was spiked and she couldn't remember anything about that night, but a lot of people weren't sure whether they could actually believe what she was saying and they thought she had just made up the whole thing for attention. But it's not quite clear what the actual reason was. Robbie posted on social media to say that she was taking a break from drag and hasn't posted anything since, and this was in April 2018. The Piane problem. Lucian Piane is a composer and music producer who worked on several of RuPaul's albums, including Champion and Glamazon. He also appeared on the show several times as a guest judge. I've spoken about this before in some of my other videos, but Lucian fell out of favour in 2016 when he started posting controversial and racist comments on his Twitter and social media. And Lucian also criticised RuPaul, calling RuPaul a, quote, sham who only cares about money. Lucian then started posting quite alarming photos of himself on social media where he looked quite unwell, and he later claimed that he was suffering the side effects of antipsychotic medication that he had been taking. Lucian has also been arrested several times, including in 2019 for trespassing outside a bank in Los Angeles. RuPaul tweeted in 2016 asking people to have compassion, which was assumed that it was referring to Lucian's mental health issues. Unfortunately, Lucian continued with his behaviour, posting very alarming videos of himself and was clearly not in his right state of mind. But he has since stated, since January of this year, that he's going into recovery, and he admits that he was suffering from mania, and I hope that he gets the help he needs. Willam, the not all-star. Willam Belli appeared on Season 4 and made history for being the first queen to ever be disqualified from the competition. On the show, they said in the reunion that the reason for Willam's disqualification was because she was receiving, quote, conjugal visits from her husband. However, Willam later revealed that the real reason that she had been disqualified was because she had slept with a producer of Untucked, and she had also called out lots of the staff for inappropriate behaviour, unprofessionalism, but she also wanted to be kicked out of the competition because she had been asked to do a musical and she wanted to leave to go and do it because she thought it would transfer to Broadway. So she was deliberately doing stuff like stealing things from set to try and get kicked off, but she also said that the producers were actually being very unprofessional anyway, and she was trying to call them out on it and causing trouble. Willam has also been critical of RuPaul over the years and revealed in an interview that she had actually been booked for All Stars 1 but was cancelled days before filming because they, quote, couldn't see a storyline for her with any of the other contestants. Willam didn't know exactly the reason why she was cancelled from All Stars 1, other than what they told her, but she assumes that the only person she would have really had a storyline with was Fifi O'Hara, but Fifi at that point had failed her psych evaluation because she had got in trouble with the law and she ended up going to jail, so she was cancelled for All Stars, and I think, according to Willam, that's why she was cancelled from All Stars, because she wouldn't have had stakes with anyone other than Fifi, and Fifi was no longer in it. And as some bonus tea, Willam also said that when she was cancelled from All Stars very last minute, they then brought on Mimi first instead. So there you have it. Are there any other RuPaul's Drag Race secrets that you think should have been included in this list? If so, comment below. And as usual, please don't forget to like, comment, and most importantly, subscribe, please subscribe, because it really helps. Currently, only about 1% of people watching are actually subscribed, which makes me so sad. So please just click that subscribe button, and if you want, ring the bell to get notified for my future videos. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope you will join me again for another video in the future. Thank you, bye!